at the miter saw. This will form a three-way lap joint. Two pieces will cross, then a third will cross those two. Again, the whole point of these is figuring out the puzzle of how they will fit together. First, I'll work on the two pieces that will make the X shape. This shape is also going to use 30-degree angles. I make rough marks from the ends of one board to the opposite sides so that when I twist the other board by 30 degrees, I can eyeball that it's centered between those two marks and score a line on either side. These two boards will just be a simple half lap joint. So I mark the center of the board and bring down all those lines. So this is what they'll look like when they're cut out. These two parts are identical for now. Same setup as before, I use an auxiliary fence double side taped to my crosscut sled at 30 degrees using an angle gauge and set the blade height to half the thickness of the material. I'm not going to set up a stop block here because it's just two parts. I can cut on my marked lines, clear out the waste, and then test fit before moving on. The first one fits great, so I cut the second one in the exact same way. There's no better feeling than two parts snapping together like that. Anyway, that was the easy part. Now I need to add the third piece, making it a three-way lap joint. So I make guidelines from the edge of the third board and a line down the center. When I place the X on top of it, I can easily center it between those two lines and with the center line running through the center of the X. I mark out the shape of the X on the third board, then flip it over and mark out the edges of the third board on the X shape. Instead of a half lap this time, it's going to be a third lap. So the X will be cut 1/3 of the material and the third joining piece will be cut 2/3. And the angles are going to vary in direction. That's what makes